This is the moment that you have all waited for. That is why I felt it necessary to put a fedora on, because if we're running a proper scam, or otherwise known as what I call a legitimate scam, then the fedora should be apropos for running some of the various rooms inside the Church of Christians Plus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a list of those rooms and what each room, what will be performed in each room. And some of the rooms will actually have performances in that will be videotaped so that they can be sent out to members of our Christians Plus dating services, which will be, as everybody knows, which will be headed by the Big E in Cebu. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go to my big screen and get my my channel up here so I can see the comments on the actual home page that I have on my Hoodwinked by an Angel page. So right now I do see it. I did figure out what was wrong with my computer, and I'll give you that piece of information. Wow, the Big E in Cebu. Now he's not in charge of the rat room, but he is. What Big E contributed to the rat room itself was he contributed some of the most intelligent of his employees to the rat room to search and scour the internet for infractions and or actual bad things that were said about some of our friends. So in the rat room there are going to be, picture the old switchboard operators with the ladies pushing the plugs in and taking the plugs out and switching you from one different place to another. Picture about 6 or 7 people just scouring through videos at 1.5 speed with headphones on and the ability to type very fast against people, persons, or channels, inclusive of infractions of a sexual nature, or either implying that somebody was had homosexual feelings towards them or about them, and these people are looking for those things, among other things, and we're going to talk about some other things that are looked for and some other things that have been brought to the people that could do something about those things legally and what they decided to do legally about those things. So Pinoy ahoy, welcome to the machine. Honeycomb baby, hello Honeycomb. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. That's a big, I took that off Big Kevin. The capitalist, I took that off Big Kevin. So being that I know this subject matter, I don't necessarily have to read my notes, but I'm going to give you the bullet points for the Church of Christians Plus and their legitimate scams and the rooms that are going to exist in the Church of Christians plus some of the materials that we have bought for the cloning room and the whitening room. Okay, so the whitening room, most of the materials and goods needed for the whitening room already exist in a person's possession, and mostly in the whitening room it's going to consist of knee pads and cameras. So I'm only going to give you a brief synopsis about that, and people are going to, of course, the knee pads are for the prayer in the whitening room, where you pray to the God of whiteness to become more white, because Filipinos want to become white. So knee pads and cameras, and then you can watch them pray and then see if they become more white during the course of the prayers. So then I also want to tell you that I reviewed some social media. I did review some social media where I found that my person, Michael Fazio, was reported, supposedly. I did not, I can't confirm that the reports took place, but I can confirm the words to the reports took place, which was what gave me the idea of the rat room itself. I have seen audio or video files that I have been reported to the IRS. So I thought, what a fantastic idea to put together a series of the intelligentsia of the YouTube community so that they could scour the internet for infractions and report people for perverted sexual acts, if one took place. If, let's just say, somebody has no job at all, and then they're believing that they should collect a stimulus check. Well, I don't know if they can or cannot collect a stimulus check. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relay some of that information into the rat room, and the operators are going to do some research on the background of those people posting on social media that they're collecting or going to collect or want to collect stimulus checks, and then we will leave that up to the IRS hotline fraud division whether or not those people should collect the stimulus check. I have nothing to do with whether or not they collect. I just want to pass certain information on to the authorities, because there's a lot of people that don't quantify or qualify for a stimulus check that are making videos. Multiple people are making videos on YouTube saying that they deserve a stimulus check. Like there's a guy in, I don't know where, I think it was Dumageddon, and he's thinking that he's going to get a stimulus check and buy a computer or something with it. Well, I don't know if he deserves it or not. I am not the person to determine that, but we'll let the IRS determine whether or not the person deserves a stimulus check. So I got to get to my comments, because Scott Del Fuego, the wordsmith, is in the house. Welcome to the machine, Scott Del Fuego. Wow, my God, we have the big guns here today. When viruses emerge and shut down the economy of the world, when generals are set up by the top of the FBI in conjunction with Obama, when the world is gone mad, we hope Mr. Fazio can bring some sense to it all, baby. Shout out to Michael Fazio. Baggy Eyes is in the house. Welcome to the machine. Wow, we do have the big guns. Philippines on demand. Bill, I heard that heartwarming conversation Big E had about your channel, and gotta tell you, Bill, you know, these people that are trying to hurt you emotionally, just tell them to screw off. If you really knew anything about those people, you'd find out how low of a self-esteem they even have for themselves. And they're just trying to project their low self-esteem on you as a person, when in fact you deserve none of that. So try not to let that get into your mindset. Try to think about those people projecting the low self-impression that they have of themselves, or the fact that they themselves are what they are trying to project on you, because that's all it is projection, Bill. Shout out to Honeyco. Love the spectacles. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you can borrow my sunglasses, Honeyco. I'll put. Matter of fact, if you wanted to go into the whitening room, the sunglasses would prevent you from getting the whitening ultraviolet rays in your eyes, because the whitening process can take place in a flash. So you would be welcome to borrow my sunglasses. The wonderful Scott Del Fuego, Philippines on Demand, Honeyco, and Baggy Eyes are in the house. Okay, so I'm going to read these comments really quick. If you had paid taxes the last 2 years, you should be able to get a stimulus check. I don't know anything about that. However, There are people that did not pay taxes for the last 2 years. I don't know who they are. Shout out to Chi Corsairs. So, in other words, what you're saying is anybody that paid taxes in the last 2 years, well, let's leave that up to the IRS because they'll have those records. What is said on YouTube as to whether or not, well, here's what I know about me. I've paid taxes religiously on time since 1995, so I don't worry. So if that's the case, one day I'll call up that silly number and see if it's available. But if it's not, I mean, there's no big deal about that, because depends on, like you said, if I have my taxes in order. But other people have said before, they have said their taxes aren't in order and that they have to go back and upgrade from last year's taxes. And then that will correct the issue. I don't know if it'll correct the issue or not. I'm just saying that people say all kinds of stuff, and we're going to let the IRS. I'll do another show. I'm going to do a live. I'm going to videotape it. I'm going to get the hotline for the IRS number. It might be in the comment section later. And there is a fraud line that you can call up directly. And then there's a telephone number, and of course there's an email address. So I didn't have time to review all of that stuff today. I just want to let you know that all you do is just Google search IRS fraud hotline, and it'll come right up. So if you know somebody that's committed fraud, to the wonderful people at the IRS and the American people, because they're actually defrauding the people that they're talking to on social media. So, Canoe in the Philippines? No. See, Big Kevin, the capitalist, my friend. Hello, Big Kevin. We've heard a lot of stories about you the last couple of days. Yeah, baby, you're a famous man in social media. Chi Corsairs is saying hello to Lyrish. Lyrish, Israel caregiver, is in the house. Welcome to the machine, Lyrish. Thank you for stopping by. Lyrish, you know what I won't say what I did on your channel last night, but I'll leave a message on your channel what happened to my computer. So Big E says, Big Kevin, no bull, Irish Israel caregiver. Darren and Sab is in the house. Welcome to the machine. You're just in time to hear the entire dissertation on how the rat room works. We are going to work with the IRS to the best of our abilities and other authorities if a person has committed some sort of sexual misconduct on YouTube or any other social media. We have operators in the rat room right now. It's the Philippines, so it's a lot of this and a lot of that. Where you see these little plugs here like this. Wait, hold on. See this little plug here? Where is it? I can't get it in. Oh boy. All right, we'll do it a different way. Let's yeah. See this plug here? Picture hundreds of these little plugs right here like that. Picture hundreds of these little plugs being pushed in and pulled out of plug circuits in the rat room. Well, we have operators in the rat room right now scouring videos at 1.5 speed. I trained them to do that through meditation technique, to listen to every word and watch. And anybody who has performed a sexual perversive act on YouTube that we can prove. See, proving the sexual act took place is a little bit more complicated, and I'll get involved with that in a minute. Why? And because of the small hands, small feet clause, proving that a sexual act took place is a little bit more complicated than if there was, you could actually see the event take place. So I just want you to know that there's going to be caveats to sexual perverse acts. In other words, let's say a woman did a gyration of the hips. Well, that's not a sexual perversive act. Or let's say there's a lot of women on a YouTuber's page. That doesn't denote that that person is paying people, although the probability is very low that that would happen. But for a person to accuse somebody else of paying people to come to my channel or somebody else's channel, that's not illegal. That's not illegal. But it is happening. But the actual sexual perverted acts, there has to be enough evidence in so-called quote-unquote the folder in order for the authorities to see that the act took place. So far, they don't believe there's enough evidence in the quote-unquote folder to prove an actual perversion of sexual activity took place. So without actual physical statements from the person who the sexual act took place against, or in some cases multiple persons, if those sexual acts took place, then there would have to be physical proof. And so far, there's not enough evidence in the folder to actual prove that a sexual perverted act took place. But with one of the laboratories that the Big E has in his disposal, there is DNA, but DNA has nothing to do with social media, audio or video footage. But there is micro technology that can blow things up, expand it, to make it visible, if it can be visible, that let's say somebody flipped you the bird, right? But it was in the background, back here somewhere. If someone flipped you the bird and you can't really see the finger, well, there's video evidence that they can zoom in on that part. It's called forensics. So Big E is working with the people in the rat room to get the visual evidence expanded big enough so that the authorities could see that there's enough evidence in the folder, quote unquote, to see that this sexual perversion took place. But without the technology of macro and micro photography, at this point, the Philippines doesn't have what is necessary to make things big enough and large enough to see the evidence. So the Philippines is a little bit behind, so that's why the Big E and the technologies and in the corporations and institutions that the Big E runs, they're going to come into the rat room and scour the internet for proofs that this can take place. So I'm going to the Darren and Saab, good morning. Lyrish, Sugar Daddy, hello. POD, hello from Lyrish. Biggie, Sugar Daddy in the house. Sugar Daddy's in the house. Lyrish, Israel caregiver. Koya, Kevin, hello from Lyrish. Honeyco, daughter Lyrish, hello. Philippines on Demand, Lyrish, Israel caregiver, says hello. Big Kevin, Darren and Sab Travels, hello my friend. Hello Philippines on Demand from Darren and Sab. Philippines on Demand says hello to Chi Corsairs. Honeyco, Darren and Sab, hello. Darren and Sab, hello brother Big Kevin. Hello brother Big Kevin from Darren and Sab. Lyrish, hello to Honeyco. Darren and Sab, hello to Honeyco. Philippines on Demand, hello Big Kevin. Erica Rain, hello to everybody. Present host, Erica Rain. I did do what you had requested, and you'll see, I think you'll see it in your time that moved up quite a bit in the last 2 days, actually. Expat Prepper, I just downloaded and used this new program, Zoom, last week. The program is phenomenal, crystal clear, audio much better than StreamYard and much better than Facebook, all right? Well, you have a wrench. If you want to post the link to Zoom, feel free to do so. Larry, welcome to the machine. Erica Rain from Big E to Larry, hello, amazing. Best Box, Darren and Sab, Baggy Ice, Big Kevin No Bull. We, my brother, are going to the Philippines when the world drama is over. We must visit the church, says Baggy Eyes, the Church of Christians Plus. Now remember, aside from the rat room, where we're going to prove certain things, we also have people scouring the internet for things that were only verbally said or supposedly in audio files that we cannot prove under any circumstances the audio files are accurate, and that they're not, spliced and dubbed. But one thing that I wish to convey is that what the researchers in the rat room are actually looking for are specific words, including bribery. So if at any time in history there is one of the videos that goes through the rat room, if a person said they had the ability to bribe any authority in law enforcement in any country with either cash or donuts, soda, and or cakes, if a person said that they had the ability, or the ability existed, implied, even if they only implied that the ability existed to defraud the country's authoritative nature in techniques, political techniques or police techniques, if a person at any time in the history of social media said that they either could bribe an authority or wanted to bribe an authority or saw somebody else bribing an authority, the operators and the scanners in the rat room are looking for word phrases like that. So then, at which point, if they can pinpoint who said it, from what channel, and a name or a channel link or a URL link, if they can prove that those comments were said at any time in the past against any country. Let's say someone said, let's say, what's the name of that place? Scotland Yard, right? So, say they could say, well, we don't have to. Scotland Yard is corruptible, right? Let's say they said Scotland Yard was corruptible, but we know that's not true. We know that's not true. You can't corrupt Scotland Yard, and you're not going to corrupt different police agencies. But if a person said they could do that, well, then I think technically that should be at least reported to the authorities. I'm not sure if anything could ever come of it, but that is one of the things in the rat room, besides failure to pay taxes, possible perverted sexual acts, things like that. These are the things that the people in the rat room are looking for. And then if they narrow their search down to a specific target or targets anywhere in the world, the next step in the rat room process is Big E is going to bring in social engineering people that have worldwide access to large databases. And they're going to take those, I don't know if you know how a computer works. You have an IP address, and that IP address is where the computer is. Like if it's in my house or in the house next door, that's your IP address. But there is something called a switch, SWITCH, inside the computer. When you make a statement, a switch goes on from your computer. That's what it's called in forensics, laboratory forensics. So if you took your computer and moved your computer to another place, that switch would tell the people at the NSA or the FBI or the CIA where that computer is in real time at that moment. Now, you might unconnect the computer from Wi-Fi or a hardline, landline, but that switch in your computer is what tells the FBI, CIA, NSA, or Scotland Yard that it's your computer that made that statement. Even if it was removed from the internet, it's still available through things, what is called forensics. Okay, so let me explain. So the switch is, here is your computer, and inside your computer has a switch. And that switch, when you say something, that switch goes on and shows the authorities where that computer is. Now, if you shut the computer off or smash it, that switch is gone. But if you still have the computer, well, then that computer will, so it tells them where it is. So you can't say, I didn't say that. You could say, I didn't mean that, or you could say I made a mistake, but you can't say I didn't say that, because the switch said that you said that from your computer. Now, if you say that switch is making a mistake, it's not me, I didn't say that, someone else was using the computer. Well, that's a question more for the forensics laboratory to work with you to find out whether or not they could do, if now in the Philippines, I will tell you that voice analysis is not an accepted method of proving, but there are other things that the Scotland Yard or CIA, they can use keystrokes. So from them watching your keystrokes on your computer, anybody in the whole world, your keystrokes are as identifiable as your fingerprints or your retinal scan. So I've typed millions of words or millions of characters on the computer screen. I could be typing from a keyboard in, at Lyrish Israel caregiver's house, and they would know I was typing in the computer. And it would only take a few seconds for their computers. They're even higher than the Cray Systems 3 computers. It would only take a few seconds. But so besides the switch inside my computer that says this audio file or this video file came from this computer, and the person who typed in the words for the title is this person. All of those are very sophisticated forensics. They probably wouldn't use them, especially if there was not enough evidence to put in the evidence folder for an act of perversion. But all of that stuff combined would show what is called a profile, and they would profile the person to be a certain mental characteristical traits. So I want to go back to the comments now. Erica says hello to Honeyco. Expat Prepper says hello to Honeyco. Honeyco back to Expat Prepper. Expat Prepper, you can, I'm not going to read about Zoom. You can leave the link for Zoom if you like, Larry, but that's not about what my show is about. But you're welcome to leave the link. All right, Expat Prepper says hello to Philippines On Demand. Rain, thank you for staying in my stream. Baggy Eyes, evidence beyond. All right, Baggy Eyes is doing authoritative stuff here now. Evidence beyond evidence beyond a reason. Evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. If you brought it up again to a different grand jury, you will get a different finding. Possibly. Big eyes. I mean, everybody, it depends on the intelligentsia of the jury. It depends on the evidence, how it's presented, who it's presented by. I had a conversation last night about the O.J. Simpson case with, if he cares to say who it was, he's here. I had that there is no doubt that the DNA tested from O.J. Simpson, even though it was there were 20 in DNA. It was explained to me there are the equivalent of 21,000 volumes of books in one strand of DNA. And in order to come up that it was O.J. Simpson DNA-wise, it couldn't be a mismatch. But that I didn't know this. Marsha Clark was never prosecuted a criminal case before, and all those other people, they were a bunch of hacks against O.J. Simpson, the prosecution. So yeah, if you put a bunch of morons and low IQ, just regular mom and dads from different barrios, and you're going to get a different outcome than if you get said doctors, lawyers, and nurses. So yeah, okay, that's true. You're going to get a different outcome on a different jury with different people. But if there was a freaking standard where you had to have at least a certain IQ and not be on welfare for 25 years, as some of those people were, not be on the social dole for 25 years, wanting to just make this thing last forever because they were getting paid an extra $10 a day because it was the O.J. Simpson case, you would have got a different outcome from the jury. Okay, so a Brit engineer in the Philippines. Welcome to the machine, Brit engineer. He says, good morning, Michael and all. Welcome to the machine. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by the live stream today. If they won't send it, we need to do it for them. Oh, yeah. Big E says, if they won't send it, we need to do it for them. And we're going to do that for them. We'll put together a package where you can send the Church of Christians Plus the information you have regarding a particular individual or corporation or business, whether or not they pay taxes. You can give us that information and send us a nominal fee, let's say $20 nominal fee for research. And then if we find that the research warrants sending the information to the IRS, we'll ask you for an additional, like, say, $50. And we will put the forms in legal format and send those forms to the IRS with not only the, if available, a person's full name, a person's address, and now we will not be dealing with social security numbers because that's personal information. So we don't want a person's social security number. But we will be, if possible, and if necessary, the person will be identified by where the person lives in a general area and possibly even lawns and lats. So this way, at least the IRS can hone down on where the person is. Because, for instance, Michael Fazio, where I grew up, right now, there's probably 12 Michael Fazios. Probably, maybe more. I mean, I knew 5 Michael Fazios when I grew up with them. So it wasn't, and none of us were related to one. Well, 2 were related to each other, father and son. But the other 2, besides myself, so total 5, those 5 people, none of, except for 2, only except out of those 5, only 2 were related. So, but in Queens, there are hundreds of Michael Fazios, and none of us are related. In New Jersey, I wish that I could have been the person that planted the seeds of the Michael Fazio industrial complex, but I wasn't. But I did. But anyway, moving on. So that's what we're going to do. So for a nominal fee of $20, we'll research your information. If we find the information to be valuable and needed, for another fee of $50, we'll put it in legal format and send it to the IRS fraud email. And we have Skype from the Philippines, we have Skype from Australia, and now we have Skype from Japan because of a corporation that, runs the entire show. So basically it'll cost you $70 to become a member of the Rat Room. And what you get for that, okay, there are benefits to being a member of the Rat Room. You know that we were gonna get to the benefit package sooner or later. One of the benefits of, oh boy, here it comes. One of the benefits of being a rat is that if you're a female, you get 1 hour of free whitening from a male that is a rat. So a male rat will be able to give his services to the female in the dating in the underworld on the bottom of the Church of Christians Plus, run by Reverend Big E in Cebu. So Reverend Big E in Cebu was running the dating site in the basement, in the underground bunker, in the Church of Christians Plus. If you're a male donator of $70 to the Rat Room to send to the IRS, you will be allowed 1 hour in the whitening room with a female that needs whitening. And then that part of the process, I can't explain that part of the process, but believe me, the process has taken place for thousands of years, and it's a tried and true method. Whitening plus in the whitening room is possible, although temporary. But if you're a donator to the information of IRS fraud and you're a male, you spend 1 hour with one of the females in the dating service that want to be whitened. Now, if you're a donator through the female services of the Church of Christian Plus to the IRS fraud division, well, then what happens is you get to go into the white room and you get whitened for free from a random selection of the male donators. It's almost the same thing, but it's completely different. One is you're giving and the other one is you're getting, but somebody's giving and somebody's getting. That's the important thing. And remember the 3 things about the Church of Christians Plus. The 3 rules that will go over the door. There might be 4 before I'm done. Is 1, it is better for you to give to the Church of Christians Plus than for me to receive than the other way around. Number 2, Jesus said it is better for you to give than to receive, which he was talking about the Church of Christians Plus. And the other thing is, of course, what's the other thing? Remember those 3 things, ladies and gentlemen. Remember those 3 things. Mr. Obama, how you doing today? I'm doing okay. What were you thinking about, Mr. Steve Montelli? You were thinking about Steve Montelli just now? Yes. Why? Oh. All right, Mr. Obama, we don't have time for that crap now. So, these are just some of the scams that we're running for the Church of Christians Plus. Probably you're just going to send us money and nothing's going to happen. Because we run a legitimate scam. Scott Del Fuego from Lyrish, hello. Lyrish still Scott Del Fuego, hello. Big Kevin, Erica Rain, hello. Scott Del Fuego, hello. Lyrish, Expat Prepper, Darren and Sab. Baggy Eyes. Baggy Eyes, where is that one? Baggy Eyes says, message retracted. Scott Del Fuego, Big Kevin, hello. Maybe you could just go to Scotland Yard with a couple of scones and a spot of tea. They would get corrupted for you. That's what I heard is possible, Scott. And you being in the position that you are in life, you would know better than anything else. Cake, cupcakes, sodas. When you bring that stuff in and you drop it down in front of the authorities, they're at your beck and call forever. But now there is even video specifically stating, but I can't. What can I say about video or audio files? I can't prove certain things. But if later on the technology is available to prove what or where the statements came from, we are looking into that in the rat room in the Church of Christians Plus. So Scott knows better than anybody else that donuts, coffee, or sodas, donuts and sodas, and cake, big cakes and boxes of cake. Let's bring that kind of crap, and oh God, they'll just be at the average citizen's beck and call. Oh God, that's nonsense. But if it was stated that you could do that to the authorities, which you can't, if it was stated, the authorities are going to be notified that it was stated. And what they do with that information, I don't know. Probably they'll just discard it. But if you made some sort of social media statement that you could, even though it's not possible, that you specifically, either cash, donuts, or soda, could bribe the authorities. Those authorities, they want to be the authorities want to hear about this kind of stuff. So that's what's happening there. Scott Del Fuego. Hi, Chi Casaurus. Chi is in the house. Again, she's back. Doing okay, thanks, except my backyard is flooded from the cold rain today. We had a rain yesterday, probably rained 2 inches yesterday, and I missed the whole thing. Big Kevin. Baggy Guy says, we will do Cambodia and other places. Sorry, Kev. I haven't been in contact. I redid a house, now working on wide pine wood floors with railroad date nails. It's different, really cool. You should make a video, Baggy Eyes. That sounds pretty interesting. Says Chevy Boy 11. Scott, sounds like Mr. Fazio was saying that if you don't specifically use a VPN or rerouter of some type, you are giving a direct link to the government about where. Yes, indeed. And but so I've heard about these VPNs. Now the VPN, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, but there is somebody out there who could correct me. They could either say yes or no. Okay, just a simple bit, yes in capital letters or no. A VPN will prevent any of my friends, let's say Warren Hunt, from finding out who made a statement. But I doubt very much. I think the switch in your computer that says when you start putting information into the computer, I think that switch would be bypassed by any VPN, or any VPN would be bypassed by the switch. In other words, the VPN might stop Colgate toothpaste from finding out what you said, but it would not stop the Scotland Yard or the NSA or the FBI's of the world. It wouldn't stop them. So, but in other words, it would just stop a limited amount of people. I could be wrong, but there is somebody out there that knows this. Britt, engineer in the Philippines, says, my uncle worked for the anti-terrorism branch of the British Police Scotland Yard, and you would be surprised what they know and can find out. I would not. Oh, Warren H is in the house, baby. Oh my God, Warren, thank you. Oh God, oh my friend, Warren, if you wish, do you want me to put you on Skype? Great to see you, my friend. Expat Prepper says to Warren, hi, Michael, and all of the chat room. Warren, if you want me to end the live stream or just put the live stream on hold for a few minutes, or if you want to be on the live stream, just let me know. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go back to my home page on YouTube, and let's see if Warren... Oh, my God, we have Super Chat. Warren can't resist the scam. Lord knows you've been scammed. Better, more often, longer. We're running a double long con on Warren H. So let's sing for Warren H. Son. Thank you very much, Warren H. Now I actually had something that I wanted to talk to you about. I went to the my financial institution yesterday, and the thing that you did last week arrived. Thank you. And then when and if you have time to do the second thing, then we do know now that works. And he said the best way is for him to be in contact with your advisors. My advisor should be in touch with your advisor. But we won't tell anybody else what's going on, because I don't want anybody else to know that you're buying me a computer. We're going to try to keep that secret, because it did piss off. It pissed off a whole bunch of one person. It was an amazing thing. There are one person all over the internet. There's one person all over the internet. There are one person things that are upset that you're buying me a computer. It's an amazing thing, Warren. It's just an amazing thing how one person, instead of, like, if you are a giving and loving and emotional and congenial and altruistic person in your heart, and somebody says, look, Big E is going to buy Honeyco a computer. Wow, Honeyco, that's cool. You got a computer from Big E. That 99.99999% of the people in the world would say, wow, that's really good that Warren or Big E bought somebody a computer. There's just one person or persons or one social media platform that is totally opposed to people on YouTube earning a living, because we earn a living, if we're on YouTube for 3 hours a day, even entertaining with the most satire or crazy comedy that ever existed in the world, and even that people put these comedy skits together and say, look at this crazy guy from New York. Look at this. This is insane. It's comedy. So if we are doing a comedy act and we get paid or subsidized or funded or get gifts for our comedy act, it's payment in kind for providing a service. So what about Saturday Night Live? Did Saturday Night Live do some funny stuff? Yeah. Did I do some funny stuff? Yes. Did I do some stuff that was more funny than Saturday Night Live? Certainly. Did they do stuff that was more funny than my stuff? Absolutely. So why shouldn't I get compensated for my comedy purviews or perversions, whatever? Why shouldn't I get compensated? Only a malicious, small-minded, mean-spirited individual doesn't want to see everybody else do good, which is the premise of the Big E show, where everybody that he comes in contact with, he's trying to bring the spirit of the person's persona up. So instead of letting some douchebag criticize Philippines On Demand and then having it affect Bill in a negative fashion, Big E went through the trouble and or conversational skills that he has of saying that he cried when he heard that Bill's feelings were hurt, because he wants to see Bill from Philippines On Demand be strong, and he wants to see Bill's channel get built up and constructive criticism. But no, there are people out there that are angry, miserable little bastards that can't do or say anything positive about anybody else 1 minute and then not criticize them a few minutes later. There are people out there that are the biggest effing hypocrites in the history of the world that will criticize one person or one channel for doing something, and then they'll do it the next day because of the way their brain or lack thereof works. So in other words, they believe it's okay for them to say anything or do anything, but not for anybody else to say or do anything about them. And that's what we call the two-face personification, and or one of the things we're looking for in the rat room. So if people come in and say, look, this guy said this, but then he said that and contradicted him or herself, well, then the rat room, these people have notes, and they have placards, and they have sticky notes, and they got pencils, and they got papers, and they got Othans with ink coming out of them. In the whitening room, you could shoot this stuff all over the wall, and you could do all this stuff in the rat room or from the rat room. So, Warren, don't tell anybody you're buying me a computer, please. I want to keep it a secret. So let's go through the comments. Baggy Eyes says, hello, Warren. Warren said, can't resist a good scam, so we'll sing. It's Warren H. Thank you for the computer. Shh. Thank you for the money for the computer. Thank you for the money for the computer. Salamat, Warren H. Thank you. Wow. That was a lot of words I just said without any stopping. I didn't have to take a cigarette break, because my bodily functions are controllable. I didn't have to go to the bathroom, even though I drank 2 bottles of water, because I don't have one of those big things. And an enlarged prostate. I never looked. But somebody else looked once, but that was a long time ago. But I don't look at stuff like that. I mean, I don't have one of those scopes that go there. But there are a lot of people, they worry about that stuff every day. And they have to go all back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, because they have they're not very healthy people, either physically or emotionally or whatever. But so let's get back to the comments, and let's see where we are with the comments. Expat Prepper, hello, Larry, Vincent Michaels. Hey, Warren, Hope you're feeling better. Vincent Michaels, another member of my Patreon account. Warren's a member of my Patreon account. Scott the Fuego's a member of my Patreon account. Big E and Sabu is a member of my Patreon account. Warren, hello, my brother from Baggy Eyes. It's really good to see you. It's been a long time since I've been online. Warren, Big E, and Sabu, Irish Israel caregiver. Hello, Warren from Scott the Fuego. Okay, Warren, we are all hanging in there right now. Sharona. The Baggy Eyes, yeah, I just started to come good today. Mr. Scott Del Fuego says, Mr. Fazio is already so far behind in comments, it would be 2 hours before he gets to this one. LOL. Rats in the basement of the Church of Christians Plus. Well, the rats will be kept in other parts of the institutions from different places. Biggie and Sabu, you get around, Baggy Eyes. Cute. That one, Mr. Fazio. Give to the Baggy Eyes. Warren H. Can't resist the scam. Wow, there's a blessing. There's a blessing, Bishop. I am a blessing, Bishop. When I bless, people get white. So it's just part of my nature to do. And not only that, what I want to add and contribute to the church, what I want to contribute to the church is my services in the whitening room. I want my service to be free. I don't want to charge for my whitening services because I think it's the least I could do to the populace of the females that want to be whitened. The least I could do is offer my services as Bishop, Father Fun, Bishop Fazio. Okay, Warren says he can't Skype as the microphone has stopped working. All right, I'll look for any more comments from Warren. I wonder who that could be. Sounds familiar. I bet it's a little guy in the boat. So Warren knows who it is. Warren knows who that guy is that doesn't have anything good to say about anybody else ever. And then if there is a brief respite of some sort of normality in that the persona or the channel or the comments or the audio or the video files of just for one moment of clarity, the man maintains some sort of balance, and we won't say what's balanced or what's being balanced, but if for 1 or 2 minutes during the course of the day there's a balance, an emotional balance, he comes to the conclusion that people should get together and be more friendly. But then after a few minutes, certain things come in play and other things are out of play, and the mental conversation inside his mind is all contorted and distorted and in a disarray because there are so many inside the brain. You do know that the brain is an electrically chemically stimulated. So, and anything that you put in your body, visual input, sound input, feeling, sensitivity input, the skin, feeling the heat, any input that you put into the brain, including, let's say you spray rat poison. Let's say you spray rat poison. Okay, well, that chemical that you smell has a perfume in it. Well, that perfume is going to make your brain react chemically to some minimal amount of stimulus that you're going to say, wow, that smells like, orange blossoms or something like that. So anything you put in your body is going to have a physical and or electrical chemical reaction. So there are some people who maintain an even keel, so to speak, like myself. I'm always on the same plane. I always maintain an even keel. If I didn't, you would be the first person to know about it, because I would probably say stupid stuff if I wasn't maintaining an even keel. So, but I don't say stupid stuff. I only try to give you the facts. Only the facts, like Joe Friday, just the facts, ma'am, only the facts. So when you have people that have too much input going into their, and then they don't have a lot of matter to begin with to work with when the input's going in from all these different directions, visual, hearing, scent-wise, the fact that on your head you could feel the wind on your head because there's no hair on your head. That's another stimulus. If like it's windy, let's say it's windy. Well, I can't feel the wind on my head, but other people, they have more of the ability to feel the wind crossing over the hairline of their head because their hairline is back further. So the stimulus is back over here. Like those guys that wear the little beanie caps with the screws on the side. The stimulus is different for each person. Now, me, myself, I don't get involved with exterior stimulants. Other than a cup of coffee that I have at 6:30 in the morning, that's it. I don't have another gram of sugar. I don't input. I haven't had even 1 ounce of soda in almost 8 months. That's the last. I don't remember when I had a soda last. I had no alcohol in 4 months now, and I probably will never drink alcohol again. Although you hear, contrary to what I just said, it couldn't be proven if someone took a DNA sample from my hair and checked to see if there was any kind of alcohol. There'd be at least 4 months with no alcohol, or 3 months. Could be 3. I don't pay attention to it because I never had. But there are other people. Oh, aspirin. I take aspirin. So what we have now is we got to go back to the comments because I want to see if Warren is. Vincent Michaels. Oh my God, a giant super chat. Rainbows, flashing colors on my screen. I see yellow from Vincent Michaels, super chat. It's a big one as that. So let's sing to Vincent Michaels, who's a member of my Patreon account and another member I fulfilled my agreements with. Either I put my Patreon videos for everybody to see, or the new people that weren't part of the membership before that certain date, each person gets an individual update. So, Vincent Michaels, we thank you for the super chat. We thank you for lighting up my screen, and we certainly thank you because that color yellow, that was a nice color. Look at that. Look at that, baby. So let's sing the Vincent Michaels thank you song. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, Vincent Michaels. And we're going to put that towards one of the programs that are going to help the people in the rat room determine whether or not there are people to rat out to the IRS and or the operational procedures downstairs in the rat room. So let's thank you very much, Vincent Michaels. Salamat. Oh, you put the wrong glasses on, the wrong. All right, so we're going to just go with this. For Chico says, hello, Big Kevin. Hello, Chi. Where is the little man in the boat? Oh, the little man in the boat. I know where the little man in the boat is. He is, he's pouting right now. He's pouting. I heard he was pouting. Oh, my God. Scammed again from Warren H. Oh, look at that. Let's put the scam glasses on. For this, we can do the operational scam. Let's call it Operation Scam Warren H. Oh, my God. Not only does Warren donate an Asus Pro Duo 581 15-inch 0.6 screen, but he sends money for the internet connection that will follow and or maintain the connection, and then I will be able to buy a decent editing program and go get my drives from a box. Well, if I can find that box, go get my drives from a box and start taking my videos from a long time ago and splicing and dicing those videos of myself on the barge and on racing the Ocean Racer, and I think I have some videos of my Cobra. I wish I had videos of my Cobra when I used to race it, but there wasn't anybody to do the video. I didn't even have a video camera back in 2001 when I would take it to the track. But I one time, I won't tell you about that. But I did exceed. Not only did I exceed the speed limit on US 1 with the Cobra, but on multiple occasions, I made the governor which kicked in at 175, I made the governor slow the car down. I did that. Yes, I did. So that was when the tires, only with new tires would you do something like that. And one time I raced my Cobra back from, I saw a guy who had the Lightning, the Ford Lightning truck. It was, I don't remember the size of the engine in it, but it had like 490 horse or some stupid amount of horsepower in that machine. So I'm in Miami and I see the guy, and I knew the guy because I worked for the guy's father. And I said to him, "How you doing?" And he said, "I'm going home." I said, "Yeah, me too." He goes, "I'll race you home." It was like 8 o'clock at night, dark. And we got home from Miami, which is 60 miles on the strip and on 95. We were home in 20 minutes. At 60 miles, we were home in 20 minutes. We were home in 60 minutes. How is that possible? He said, "Well, that's really not possible." Well, we did it, and that was back in 2002, and that I would have liked to have had video from that. I would have liked to have had video for that. It was one of the most breathtaking events that ever took place in my life. And we got home and we laughed. Neither one of us drank, but we both went home respectively. He kept going because his house was a mile down the road. And the next day we laughed our asses off at the things that we did to get home in 20 minutes from Miami. So we're going to sing for Warren. Let's see. Let's get Warren up there on there with the "Damn Got Scammed Again." Well, Asapayan says Vincent Michaels. Thank you, Vincent. And Warren with the big yellow, here, a $10 "Damn Got Scammed Again." So let's try a "Damn Got Scammed Again." Damn got scammed again. Damn got scammed again. Damn got scammed again. Damn got scammed again. Damn got scammed. I scammed Warren. I scammed Warren. I planned to scam Warren. I damn scammed Warren. I scammed damn Warren. Warren got damn scammed. Scam damn scam. Damn scam. Damn scam. Damn scam. Warren. Damn scam. Warren got damn scam. Warren. Damn scam. Warren. Damn scam. Damn scam. Warren. I scammed Warren for a computer. Damn, I scammed Warren for a computer. Damn, I did good. Damn, I scammed Warren for a computer. Damn, I did good. Damn, Warren got scammed for a computer. Damn, I did good. Son. Damn, my son Warren got scammed. Damn son, my damn son Warren got scammed. Damn, that Warren got scammed. Damn. Thank you very much, Warren H. Salamat. That's an amazing thing. So soon, now, while we're on the subject, oh my God, there's more super chat. Oh God, the barge dragon videos are going to be in that batch, Scott. So let me read like 5 or 6 comments. Wow, another legitimate scam, and I did a scam song. That's going straight to the authorities, I'm sure. So Duke Harden, what is this crazy bit he is? Keep sending all the funds for the bishop's latest legit scam. Duke Harden, can I type? Yeah, you can type. Warren Vincent Michaels, Warren got scammed, LOL. Wow, Bishop Fazio super chat. Lyrish, salamat for noticing. So let me tell you, what is this crazy stuff? Okay, so we have this, we're going to ask the same question. Duke Harden, haha, thank you. You are seeing Duke Harden. Yeah, we can see you fine. But yes, Scott the Fuego, the barge dragon videos are going to get spliced. I wish I had more. And I don't, but I do have like probably 40 hours of barge dragon. So we have Big E. Keep the legit scams coming. So we're gonna sing to the Scott Del Fuego because we scam Scott too. We should do I Scam Scott and Vincent Michaels. Okay, so here we go. I scammed Scott and Vincent Michaels. I put my yellow glasses on and I brainwashed Vincent Michaels and Scott Del Fuego to sending me super chat. I did that I agree to the consequences of accepting the super chat and paying taxes on the super chat because I receive a 1099 from Google Alphabet for the last 10 years, and I always submit them on time. I also receive a 1099 from Patreon, and I always submit all the data on the 1099s. I even submit tips and gifts because none of it matters. I'm underneath the threshold for it to make a difference. I pay my taxes. So I want you to know I'm running a legitimate scam. The money you send me, Google takes their cut, Patreon takes their cut, I take my cut, I screw you, you get screwed. Who's better than me? I'm running a legitimate scam. So now I scammed Vincent Michaels, I scammed Warren, and I scammed Scott Del Fuego. And I have to tell you, I haven't even gotten to the point where last week people paid me $1 a minute to abuse them. This week, nothing. Okay, do you hear me complaining that nobody's paying me $1 a minute to abuse them? You don't hear me crying about that. Next week, I'm going to do a show specifically. Oh my God, new super chat. Old super chat and new super chat. Oh my God, super chat again. Amen. Super chat, amen from Scott Del Fuego. I'm going to run a scam next week. The whole show is going to be about you sending me some small piece of information about yourself and then sending me money in the super chat, asking me to abuse you. And for however many minutes, $1 a minute, I will abuse you. I had a taker. Not only did John escape, not only did he pay me $5 last week to abuse him verbally, but then a year ago, he asked me for a list of stuff to put in ballot buying boxes. So this year, he asked me again, and I called him up on the phone, and I said, are you serious? He said, yeah, just put a list together. I'll send you anything you want. Now, I don't know where this guy gets his money from, and I don't care. Money is money. Scams are scams. Gifts are gifts. We put it all together. We report it to the IRS, and we don't not pay our taxes. Now, if there are people out there that haven't paid their taxes, the rat room have people looking, scouring the internet for things like that. So I just want you to know, next week, my whole show is going to be about people that need to be abused, and for $1 a minute, I will verbally abuse you. Okay? Who's better than me? So let's go to the videotape here. Oh, yeah, says, oh, yeah, super chat from Scott Del Fuego. Super S-C-A-M, scam. Super chat again, man. The acronym is SCAM. S-C-A-M. Super chat again, man. Scam. I am a scammer. I run a legitimate scam. I run a legitimate scam. I do. I run a legitimate scam. He runs a legitimate scam. He scammed Warren. He scammed Vincent Michaels. And he scammed Scott Del Fuego. But he's running a legitimate scam. Scam, he is the man that scams. Scammy is the scammer that mans and scams and scams and scams and scams and scams. What a wonderful scammer he is. He runs a scam. He is the scam. He is a scammer. He's got scam sandwiches buried in his box. He's got scam sandwiches with pickles with locks. He's got a scam for every day. He will scam you anyway. He knows how to scam. He's a scam man running a legitimate scam. So we have to say thank you again to Scott Del Fuego. Salamat, salamat. Thank you again to Warren H. Thank you for the computer. Thank you for the computer. Thank you for the... Thank you for the stupid chat. And thank you for being a member of my Patreon community. Warren is taking this to the next level. I scam Warren on Patreon every month for 2 years. I hit Warren up for a computer, scam. And then he sends me stupid chat on top of that. And now we're working on the arrangements for Warren to take over the entire second floor of the hotel, where that will be named the Warren H. Pavilion. That's already a done deal because I'm in charge of the operation. So the Warren H. Pavilion will be the second floor. The church is going to be a few doors away. Big E will be running most of the operations in the church 3 days a week, and I will take over services, emergency whitening services, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's going to be one of the services that I will always be there to provide free of charge. So we'll do a thank you. We'll do a one scam thank you, Scott Del Fuego. Salamat, Warren, thank you very much, Warren H., for the Patreon pledge. Thank you very much, Warren H., for the scam money through stupid chat. Salamat. Thank you for letting me scam you out of a computer. And Vincent Michaels, thank you for the Patreon scam that I'm running on you. Thank you for the pledge in Patreon. Thank you for the stupid chat that and you all have to know I forced these people psychically. I forced them, and I did it with, they don't even have to hear the bell. All they knew when they were sending me money is that internally I was thinking about banging the bell. I thought about it, and I said I will not ring the bell today unless somebody requests it. And no sooner did I think about the bell, the Pavlov's dogs of the world started sending me stupid chat. Because now, those people out there in YouTube land and I myself, we are connected. We are one with each other. We are all one except for one. One is not one with all the other ones. There's like all ones, and then there's 1 0. So let's just call all of us are ones, and then there's 1 0 to go around. So all of the ones are connected, but there's only 1 0, which is, you need a 0 in this world. The yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the white and the black, the dark side, and the Star Wars, the light of Luke, of light, and the dark side, the force be with you, and the dark side. You need at least 1 0 out there, and we have zoomed in on that 0. Okay, he's here, he is watching, he is enjoying the show, he's going to record the show, he's going to talk about the show, he's going to love the show, and one day he's going to send me $200 in Super Chat to show his appreciation and his lack. There is a lack of Super Chat coming from that 1 0, and we expect money to come from the 0 via the Super Chat donations, okay? So that you can always be reprehensible for your bad things that you've done. There's always some sort of reprehensible act that you have done that you could compensate with a 1 for all my friends and lots of 0s. You could always compensate me by sending lots of money to my stupid chat. So there you go. So let's go back to the chat window. Think about the costs of the facilities, which brings me back to the notes. Big E and Cebu. Let's see. Oh yeah. Keep the legit scams coming. Chico says, awesome, Scott Del Fuego, blessings. Big E in Cebu. It's a legit scam, people. Lots of overhead for whitening and cloning, collecting and freezing sperm. I didn't even talk about the sperm rooms, okay? There's going to be a room where you can donate sperm for the future of having children. So if you want to get a vasectomy, you come. We have Big E and his technical staff from the corporations that he runs. He's going to bring a person that understands how to freeze sperm, and The DNA, Biggie explained, can be kept at relative room temperature. It doesn't matter. But the sperm has to be kept properly stored. So there'll be storage containers, or if, now I got to take my glasses off because we're getting a little serious here. Not only are we going to store sperm in one of the rooms downstairs, okay, for future impregnation, okay, but we're going to run a free service from any pastor or reverend that's on duty. If you need to be fertilized, we will give you on-demand fertilization for minimum fees. Okay, we're not even going to mention what the fees are, but even a prayer to the God of the Church of Christians Plus will pay for the free fertilization process. This is going to be the one bona fide, get it, bona fide. This will be the one bona fide room in the Church of Christians Plus that will be free on-demand fertilization. Depending on who's on duty, you will get a free bona fide, at least an attempt to fertilize you. If it doesn't work, you can come back for more later on. So you'll get a free bona fide impregnation shout out, and if it doesn't work, you can come back for more. So I just want you to know, girls, this is not going to cost you any money at all. Simple prayer to the God of the Church of Christians Plus, and you will be, no pun intended, in like Flynn. That's right. So we'll go back to the comments. Just the one free service in the church. There's not a lot of free stuff going on in the church, but fertilization processes are totally free for the cost of a prayer, a wing and a prayer. Chief says, oh my God, Labs, you look like me. So Sab. Mwah! You still here? Chico says, Lyrish, hit the thumbs up, guys. Chico says, Bishop, I love your big glasses. Can I borrow them? You can. You can borrow them. In fact, when we all get together on vacation, I'm going to bring those glasses and we're all going to make videos, which I should talk about, but in another show. I did confirm that traveling around and making videos is totally legal. So I just want you to know that. I can't stop super chatting. My kids are losing weight because I can't feed them on my part-time janitor salary, and Fazio keeps making me super chat. He is scamming me. That's why, Scott, I don't give a shit who I scam, how often I scam them, and how much I scam them for. This is my job. I run a legitimate scam. I pay taxes on all the scam money. I come up with the ideas how to scam. Next week, we're presenting not only a scam sandwich with a side order of pickles, but we're going to run something along a scam sandwich. It'll be a scam hair pie. I will, for a certain price, send you a hair pie with a scam spread all over the top of the hair pie, or on the hair pie. So we have a hair pie special with a load of scam on top of the hair pie. I don't want to give away the pictures right now, but some of the ladies are helping out in the lunchroom with the scam pie process. We have scams. We have future scams. I have scams I haven't talked about. I have scams that I'm running. I'm not going to run out of scams anytime soon. So let's go back. So look forward to a scam pie, a pizza pie with a scam. It's almost like a whitening process. It looks a little bit like a whitening process on the scam pie. So just look forward to that, and we will get you a scam hair pie, a white. We're gonna with a white sauce. It's a scam pie with a whitening white sauce on the scam pie. It's a scam hair pie with a whitening. Okay, so it's a hair pie, but it's a scam hair pie, and it's got like a whitening process on it, so we're going to call it a hair pie with a white sauce. That's what we're going to call it. We got a scam running next week for a hair pie with a white sauce. That's what we got. And Scott Del Fuego says, I can't stop super chatting. My kids are losing weight because I can't feed them on my part-time janitorial salary. So what happened? Scott is being a real jerk now. Somebody with a lack of educational skills, and we're talking a major lack of educational skills or understanding. Scott is one of 6 or 7 people that would be considered the smartest people on my channel, and all of those people are a lot smarter than me when it comes to wordsmithing and stuff like that. But I have the ability to scam people, and I have the ability to put my face on the camera. Those people don't. Okay, they can't afford to put their face on the camera, so I run a legitimate scam in their name. So Scott was called a janitor. Okay, a janitor. If you knew what Scott did, you would say, oh, that was a mistake to say that. To say that about Scott would be a terrible thing. I mean, in real life, here's the thing. I see people doing this weird shit on YouTube. Weird shit on YouTube. I mean, there are people out there that believe that if they yell and they put their hat on backwards and they smack one fist into the hand, you know, like I don't know what I'm not real sure what they're doing. Like before the boxers, they have a fight, they tap gloves like that. There are people out there that believe they scare other people by doing hand gestures and shit like that. I really don't see the point of it. So calling Scott Del Fuego a janitor on audio or video format on a social media is different than calling Scott Del Fuego a janitor in real life. But here's the thing. In real life, nobody would call Scott Del Fuego a janitor. He might even be a janitor. In fact, he is, to some degree, a janitor. He's a social garbage man. Okay? A social garbage man is a kind of janitor, but not the kind of janitor that he was called. So if you're going to get your janitorial accusations against great people, intelligentsia type people, if you're going to accuse somebody of being a janitor, well then Scott Del Fuego is a social engineering janitor. He removes trash from the streets, and he gets a pension for that. Gets a pension for that. He gets accolades, he gets respect. So calling Scott Del Fuego a janitor is one thing, but he's actually what we more considered a social janitor, a social garbage man, so to speak. And calling Scott in a derogatory fashion a janitor probably would have detrimental consequences. I know that there are people out there that the blah 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 blah. You're gonna do this and you're gonna do that and this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen and you're gonna, when you see that person, you're gonna kick sand in that person's face and then there's nothing that they can do about it, because if they try to do anything about it, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that. And in real life, you're not gonna do any of that shit. None of it. It ain't never gonna happen. You ain't kicking sand in people's faces and they're gonna say, oh my God, I got sand kicked in my face. Oh my God, let me go run away before he kicks sand in my face. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do it. I heard stories that you're gonna do it. I heard stories that you're gonna kick sand in, but you ain't gonna be kicking sand in nobody's face. You just ain't gonna do it. So why do you say it if you're not going to do it. I mean, you could think it, or you could say it to your friends. You could say it to your friends, but to say it on social media, and then deny. I never said that. Well, you say a lot of things. People say a lot of things on social media that they don't have any intention on doing. They just say it because their brain is not working properly for that moment of history, a moment in time, let's call it. Let's just call it a brain fart, that you believe that you could kick sand in somebody's face when you're not going to do it. You had no intention of kicking sand in anybody's face anyway. You just said it for the theatrics of saying it. But you know what? If someone took that as a personal insult, maybe they would say, well, here I am, kick sand in my face. Probably ain't going to happen like that. But I mean, just by the fact that you said you're going to do something and then you don't do it, well then, why do you say it? If you know that you're never going to kick sand in somebody's face, why should you threaten a person by kicking sand in their face? I don't understand the theory behind that. And back to the comments. Okay, so we have a hair pie with a white sauce. Big E, wonderful. I like my pie. I like pie very much. Yeah, you just go to the Big E show. He talks about pies all the time. Labs, the Irish Israel caregiver says, Labs, don't say that here, please. LOL. Be right back. Chico says, you're the only one who knows Labs, Irish. Big E, LOL. Oh, okay, sorry, okay, I got it. Page High, scam. Page High, yesterday I went to the city. Today I'm doing the show. And 2 days ago, I had to prepare to go to the city. I did not do your shout out, but 3 o'clock this afternoon, the tide is high. I'm probably going to take a walk and look for that big starfish. I didn't forget about, because otherwise, if I took the money for Page High to do a shout out in the deep, and I didn't do the shout out, then I would have scammed Page High. There's two people I don't scam: doctors and government officials. I don't scam them. I always tell government officials the truth, and I don't scam doctors because you never know when they could misdiagnose you. So yesterday I left the house, Page High. I left the house at just after 7 o'clock in the morning, and I got home. I rushed. I was so lucky yesterday when I went to the city. So I'll talk about my trip to the city yesterday. Okay, number one, only my Patreon members at the $20 or above are going to see my military stops. I believe. I might show one of the military stops. I might. It's a 2.5 minute upload that I did on a bridge coming out of Tagbilaran. So let me tell you what's going on in the Philippines. We'll talk serious for a few minutes. Satire hour is over. We could go back to that. So I promised Page High 3 days ago to do a shout out. 2 days ago, in order to go to the city yesterday, I had to make an inventory of what I needed to get from the city. Now I asked Page High to send me his email so I could send him a list of videos, of 100 videos from my Patreon, but I never got that email address. So 2 days ago I made a list of what I needed to get from the city, and I'm not going to give you the list in total, but yesterday I went to an automotive supply and I spent 11,000 pesos in the automotive supply. Hold on. In there for a minute. Got the super off. There goes another scam. Yeah, baby, the wheel of death. I'm back. So I was talking to Paige, telling him that I went to the city yesterday, and I said I spent 11,000. It was actually 10,300 and some change on hydraulic oil. Okay, on hydraulic oil. So then that was one trip for 5 buckets of oil. And then there was some other things I got on another receipt. I don't know where it is. That was one thing I did yesterday. Let's see if it has the date. They don't even, yeah, they have the date. Here's the date. 4/29, it looks like. So 4/29, I put the date on there. And so I bought the oil for the project that I'm working on through Patreon at the $20 or above level. The oil is now purchased, and probably I might do that later. I have to bring the oil to the place, so that's done. Now, also, and I had a list of stuff like this long from BK. The total amount of items, I have no idea. The total of the bill was 12,000 pesos. I mean 2,000 pesos. 2,000 pesos in the BQ Mall and 2,000 pesos in the ICM Mall. And then there was a party at a particular place, and I went to the vegetable market. Now, the people at the place where the party was, they go, bring chocolate, bring chocolate, bring chocolate. I'm not buying chocolate for people. That's just pure garbage. So what I did was I went and bought pineapples, fresh pineapples, 3 huge pineapples. I think 3 pineapples were well, I can tell you how much they were. They were 330 pesos, and it was 40 pesos per kilo. So that's 6, 7, 8 kilos. Uh-oh. 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 I think we're back. I was all ready to give up. Yeah, baby. I was getting ready to go out and work. We only have 5 people here anyway. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just end it. Sorry about that. Thank you very much, everybody. Amazing. The internet here is just so bad. What I'm gonna do, if Adios Scott Del Fuego says, yeah, you know what? I was looking at the internet was off. I reset the internet. As Scott Del Fuego coined the term, the internet. All right, I'm gonna end it. It's an hour and a half of nonsense, satire, political comedy, and truth to some degree. Small degree, very small degree of truth in what I said here today, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I actually really want to get something done aside from this. If Page High, if you're still here, I didn't forget the super scam that I'm running on you, but I really need to get to that beach to look for that type of a starfish. So send me your email if you want the videos. If not, it's not a problem. I sent them to Clark Henderson. He will confirm that he was the only person on the email address. And thanks very much. Gonna end it. Gotta go. I can't. This thing, I'm looking at this thing flash. Now it's on. Now it's off 4 times in the last 20 minutes. Very disheartening. I'm being Permy, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for your love, the well wishes, and the super chat. Don't forget, next week we're running a special $1 per minute. I will abuse you verbally for $1 per minute. That's not, when I say I'm running a legit scam, I'm going to charge you $1 a minute, but I'm actually going to verbally abuse you. If I was running an illegitimate scam, I would charge you $1 a minute and not verbally abuse you. I would just take your money. But I'm not like that. I run a legit scam. Let me see if I can see any comments. Nothing. I'm talking to myself here. All right, even though there's 8 people, I can't see any comments. Nothing on the screen, nothing on the tablet. Thank you, Google. Salamat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for screwing up another one of my live streams. I'm just trying to run a legitimate scam here. I'm being permy. Salamat.